to sing a good song. Keep out the lyrics and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Begin it easy, won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Ooh, it is a great morning. I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. We're going to do a check-in with everybody and see how you are. There's Ricky and Josie. Good morning, good morning. I knew somebody was out there. Hello, guys. All right, so let's go into our hearts and check in there first. Morning, Joanne. Check into your heart. Put your hand on your heart. Feel it. Feel the heartbeat. Do you feel the heartbeat? And when you breathe in, slow down the breathing. And when you feel that heartbeat, just say thank you. Just say thank you, heart, for beating. Thank you that I'm alive. Thank you for this beautiful day that's right here, right now. And then exhale that out. Breathe in again, still feeling your heartbeat. Really get in touch with you this morning. Is your heart going slow, fast? Does it feel good for it to be beating inside of your body? Pumping blood through your veins. As you take that breath in, knowing that you're connecting to your high heart, your physical heart is pumping and going, and now connecting in with the high heart of who you are, your beautiful self, giving gratitude to your higher self, gratitude to God, the Creator, gratitude to everyone that you're connecting with right here in this moment. Just say hello. Just take a moment and send out a telepathic, hello, I love you. And then exhale. What a great feeling to be here with all of you. Oh, Auntie Jean, you have a fire in the fireplace, so it's cold in El Paso, Texas, huh? Well, it's getting better though. It's getting warmer in different places. Spring is definitely sprung here in Arizona. It's just beautiful to see all the greenery. And we had a lot of rain this last week, so there was a lot of green. And just so beautiful to see the change of the season. Marietta, good morning, good morning. Suzanne, hello. Mary Crincoli, hello to you on YouTube. And Ricky's calling them in. Thank you, Rick. Calling in the peas. Yeah, let's get them in here so we can all celebrate together. Celebrate our P-dom. As we live and breathe in Peeville. Let's do a check-in. How is everybody? I know Jean said she's cold. They've got fire going. I know all that snow hasn't melted up in Vermont where our blue is. And okay, Auntie Jean, I don't know where you were, but I'm glad you're here now with the rest. Kathy Hand, good morning. All right. So check in, see how everybody's doing. While you're doing that, I'm going to pull up the message from the angels from last night. What an amazing message. It's called Divine Intervention. If you haven't looked at it, I don't know, do you all really go in and look at the messages, at the blogs on the website? Because I'd love to have that shared out more. So even if you don't read the whole thing, if you would just go in to where it's at, and down at the very bottom, you can share it. And I'd love to have that shared out more, because it'll go out on Google more if you do that, for more people to find. Good morning, Kathleen Caputo. All right, so divine intervention. Live for each second without hesitation. And that is from Sir Elton John. One night, years ago, I was out late and taking a friend home. The road was pretty deserted, and I was not in a hurry, enjoying the beautiful Florida night. I approached her driveway and signaled my turn. I had seen car lights behind me, but not too close. I went to turn into the driveway, and I was T-boned as the pickup truck decided to pass me at that very moment, ignoring my signal. I didn't see him, only the night sky as my car spun around with glass flying everywhere and eventually ending up in a ditch. The driver of the truck stopped, stumbled to my car, yelling at me instead of checking to see if I was alive. He was very drunk, and when he saw that I was conscious, he begged me not to call the police. My friend's parents came running outside, having heard the collision. We were helped out of the car and went inside the house to call the police. Yep, this was before cell phones. When we went in, the driver got back into his truck and drove away. There was no tag on his truck, and he said he did not have insurance. In those moments of spinning and not knowing if that was going to be the end of it for me, I remember feeling like I was up above the car and observing what was happening. The car was totaled. I was not. Both my friend and I walked away from that accident without one broken bone. Dear angels, so many times we have no control over situations in life. We cannot control others, yet their actions impact our lives. It is in those times when we have felt divine intervention that we grow in our faith. Dear ones, we are always with you as you journey through life. You may not always be consciously aware of our communication with you, but that does not mean it's not happening. In extreme situations, such as the event described, there was a call for help, perhaps verbally, but definitely on the unconscious level. We help you when it is too much on you. We help you when it is too much for the mind and body to experience by shielding you. The final outcome, however, depends on you and your contract with the divine plan you have for your life. There are many points where you may choose to exit the body. We're there either way to guide you. Dear angels, today I promise to enjoy each second of my life. You know, there's been many times when it's been a close call with death in my life. And I call those the exit points. And when we have those exit points, there's always a chance for divine intervention. There's always an angel, because we all have guardian angels. I fully believe that. I've been told by the angels this fact, and I have seen them around me. I've seen angels around others. And I know without a doubt that those angels are capable of coming in and shielding us, just like what they said in the message. They're capable of helping us, but they also will not go against our divine plan. If that is indeed our exit point where we're going to go ahead and leave the body, they honor that. And then they help us to transition. But if that's not our time to go, if it's not what's supposed to happen in our divine plan, then they're going to intervene. They're going to help. They're going to do whatever possible to keep us alive on our journey. And so many times we question, well, why was that person saved? Why was Teri saved? You know, and not, that accident was horrible. It totaled my car. Every window was broken out of the car. It was twisted. It was a small car. It was one of the first Honda Civics that was made. And if you remember, those were like really little cars. And this was a huge pickup truck. I don't know how fast he was going. I know that when he hit me, it caused my car to go into that tailspin. And it could have been the very end because it was that bad. It was that much of an impact. So it wasn't my time. And that happens so many times. People walking away from really bad accidents. And then there's the time when maybe the accident's not so bad, or something else happens quickly and the person goes. So we don't always, but many times we say, well, why didn't the angels intervene? Why didn't they help? And, why did my loved one have to go at that time? It was in their divine plan. And I fully believe that. I believe that we all have that moment that's going to be our time when we are going to go. But I also know that we have different opportunities for that through our life. And I've experienced that. I've experienced the time when I had a choice. And I was like, okay, I'll stay around. I still have stuff to do, so I'll stay here. And there's others that are given the choice, and they're like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So I'd love to have conversation this morning. I'm here talking by myself. I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin card and see what she has to say. Good morning, Prachetta. Thank you for being here. Let's see, what's Kathy doing? Kathy Hand, grateful for my higher self pulling me back into a higher vibration after a confusing night with Bob, and prayers for his mental health. Honey, you all have been through so much stress. And yeah, we definitely lift your whole family up for help with your mental state, your emotional state, your physical state. Just loving on all of you. So it's his journey, though. This is his lane. And I know it impacts you. And that's the hard part, is knowing that we love those that are in our life, but sometimes we just have to allow spirit to take over and to help that person in whatever way and means it looks like for them. Oh, thank you, Prachetta. Thank you, sweetheart. All right, so I'm going to read Kuan Yin's card. I guess y'all don't have anything to say about my experience of almost dying, but that's okay. Let's get into a higher vibration. Let's get into what is going on in your world, and please interact with each other. That's what this show's always been about, is all of you just coming in and sharing from your heart. So thank you for that this morning. So Kuan Yin says, now is the time. Now is the time to be open to what will be. Embrace your destiny, beloved. It is calling you forward, even while it is hurtling towards you. Your time is now. Oh my gosh, can you all believe that? You know, you can't make these things up. So you really can't make up the things that happen on this show or in life. So thank you, Kuan Yin. Now is the time to be open to what will be. So the time of that happening was not my time to leave my body, but it was a time to wake up. It was a time to know that angels were there with me. It was a time years later to understand that they heard my call and they pulled me mentally from inside that vehicle. And Kathleen, I just love you. Kathleen says she's speechless hearing that. I think everybody is, obviously, because I think, did I blow y'all away? Yeah, when we have experiences like that, it's good to share them, to show what faith is all about, to show how we can really know just how protected we are, just how loved we are, just what this thing called life is about as we go through it, and we have the support, but we also have everything we need as we have experiences such as what happened, such as a near-death experience, and things that could have been so very traumatic. But yeah, here I am years later to tell the story, to share with you all, not that it was a horrendous story, but share with you what really can look like, what miracles can look like, that miracles happen every day, every moment. So we got Brookie Brooke. Oh, sweet Brookie, thank you for sending me pictures. I was thinking about you. I didn't want to text you a lot and bug you with your first days at home with Max, but I'm just so happy that the three of you are a family there together, and that you're enjoying him and everything is going perfectly. Yeah, Kathy, I think absolutely. There's a lot there that you're dealing with. And, you know, I deal with so many people every day as I do counseling. I help them on their journey to see that it's not your stuff. You know, it is in a certain respect because it's impacting your life. But I've done angelic counseling for so long and help people realize things like miracles and how to let go and how to release that energy. So I'm so happy that you're getting help. All right, Suzanne's just listening in today, getting ready for your Reiki class. Good for you, sweetheart. Oh, Brookie, love you so much. And Prachetas is, oh, you've been missing us. We've been missing you. So thank you for being here today. Auntie Jean says, it's so strange. Something similar happened to me. Michelle and I were coming home from Fabens after taking students to a play. We were hit by a drunk entering the freeway. We went into a spin on the freeway. We hit the wall twice and somehow were missed by the other cars, although we turned sideways several times. The drunk took off. I felt a calming sense of peace and managed to only get a bloody head. The car was totaled and Michelle was okay. And thank you, angels. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. There's so many times that, like that incident, Jean, that could have been fatal instantly when you were hit, and yet you walked away. You know, both of you, just like in my case in the car, both of us walked away shaking our heads, looking at that car and going, how the heck did we walk out of that? How did we possibly not die in that accident? And it's a miracle. That's all. It's just a miracle. And yes, I have been looking at and thinking about how we can share our miracle moments. And I want to do that on the Peapod podcast. And it is going to be a book. We're going to put together a collective book of miracle moments. And I think that's what it's going to be called, Miracle Moments with the Angels. I just know that these stories have to get out there. And Kathy says, I believe those kind of close calls do happen for a reason. And it is good that you can share your miracles with us all. It makes us believe we all are loved and God has his reasons for us to be here with each other. Yeah, because if that hadn't happened the way it did with me, I wouldn't be here to have this family, this beautiful, amazing spiritual family that we are, that we're getting ready to celebrate 3 years together. And Prachetta, March 14th, 3 years since Mom passed away. 3 years when Prachira and I became a part of this wonderful family. No words to thank you, ma'am, and wonderful Angelic River family. I'm so glad I was there to help you and Prachira at that time. And I pray that as people have your experiences of losing loved ones, of going through trauma and tragedy, I hope that I'm able to help in some way, help you through all of that. Kathleen says, I was saved by angels from a horrible car accident too. Had I not gotten out of the car, I would have died. The radiator was pushed into the driver's seat. I got out about 2 minutes before the car was hit. Oh, darling. I'm so glad that you survived that. So glad that Auntie Jean survived hers. And all of us that have had those tragedies, and yet here we are to talk about it and to share about it. And Kathy Hand, oh, thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, you do what's comfortable for you and whatever is needed for you to have in your life. Yes, you have to honor whatever your spirit is telling you of who to work with and how to work with it. And yeah, that's so awesome that you are reaching out to get help. Yes, Kathy, I'd love to chat with you today. Just let me know when you're available. Sally and Tony, good morning, good morning. And Sally says, finally, I slept all night with the brief interruption of awakening, but rather than turning into being awake, I focused on the energy within the room. I felt a new energy and a sudden calmness fell over me, and I overslept this morning. It's been a rough few days. Oh, I'm sorry. I had kind of a rough day yesterday with some dizziness and a little bit of vertigo. So we actually didn't make it up into Sedona because I didn't feel like I should drive those windy roads if I was feeling that way. So I just honored my body yesterday. For most of the day, I was just laying and meditating and giving my body a chance to recalibrate and come back to the normal feeling of being absolutely awesome, which is my normal way of being. So yeah, I don't get that very often. I'm not sure what it was. I've got a bit of an earache, so I think there was something going on with the inner ear that created that inside of me. And Prachetta says, yes, ma'am, we are so thankful to God for getting you into our lives. Love, love, and only love. Oh, I love you, honey. And Leo's, we're welcoming our Brookie and little Maxwell home from the hospital. I'm so happy that you all got to come home yesterday. So thrilled that everything is working perfectly, isn't it? Good morning, Luz. Oh, it's good to see you on here. I love Saturdays because many of you that work during the week are able to come in. and chat and be here with us. So thank you for being here. Erica Hoppy, another example. Erica works during the weekdays, but she can join us on Saturdays. I'm so glad you're here, Erica. All righty. So thank you all for checking in. Thank you for letting us know what's going on in your world. And that's the beauty of this family. That's what we do. We check in, we help each other, we lift each other. And in just a few days, we're going to be together on Zoom. So who's planning on coming on the 21st? Who's going to come on and be here and celebrate those 3 years? And if you can't be with me on Zoom and you can't be in the audience, what I would love for you to do is write out something. It doesn't have to be long, but just write something down expressing how this particular family has helped you over the last 3 years. Have we been a help? Have we opened up something inside of you maybe? Have we been a support for you? Have we been joy for you? It is the morning cup of joy. You can see that word, but it's there. But I'd love to hear your testimonies of what this family means to you. So please do that if you can't come on. Jean's raising her hand. She's going to be with us on the 21st. Who else is coming in? I would just love for it to be a real party time. And as many as we can fit in this Zoom room, which I think is 100, I would love to have you all in there celebrating and being together. So let's do it. All right, so I'm going to, I guess she's the only one because that's the only yes or hand raised that I see, but anybody is welcome. You're all welcome to come in and share stories, share what this family means to you, and celebrate it together. We are a family. Let's come together and be a family and share our support. Oh, Kathy, I know, sweetheart. You got that work thing going on. Sally, I hope you're able to, you and Tony, just come in. Even if you all can come in for just a minute, if you can pop in and say hello and just maybe share a short testimony of what the family means to you. That would be so amazing. I'm going to record it because I think we need to record these messages of how a family really is a family, how we grow together, how we help each other. Maxon, you are going to be there, Brookie. Oh, yay, you just made my day. We get a little Max sighting. Oh, now I'm really excited for it. And maybe Dylan. And you're off on Tuesdays, Sally and Tony. Awesome. Yeah, I'll put the Zoom link into the messenger. And if there's anybody that doesn't have access to that, let me know and I'll give it to you. We get to see Max. Aren't you excited? Yes, yes, yes. Let's just really enjoy that time together. All right. The tiny book of angel messages. Somebody give me a number and let's see what the angels have to say about this discussion today and about them always being with us, present and helping any way they can. 67, Prachetta says. We're going way in the back. Okay. Oh, thank you, Luz. All right, page 67 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 messages. I think we need to read more than one. So which one are we reading first? Number 2, we're reading first. Yeah, I think this is the perfect message for us. Dear ones, As you allow your emotions to lead your experiences, you will always be tossed about by the winds of life. You choose to what extent you will sway as you are hit with the overwhelm. Oh my goodness, this is for all of us, but I think it's really for those who are going through a lot of the struggles right now. So I'm going to read it again, and then we'll pick another one to see if there's an additional message that they have. Dear ones, as you allow your emotions to lead your experiences, you will always be tossed about by the winds of life. You choose to what extent you will sway as you are hit with the overwhelm. What do you think about that message? You know, I remember when that particular message came through from the angels, and I thought, how interesting that when we let our emotions lead the experience, we're all about emotions. This whole human experience, we feel into the emotions all the time. But if we're allowing that emotional state to lead instead of stepping back and stepping away and seeing it the way it truly is, instead of from that emotional upset or that emotional angst, then it's going to be a much worse experience than if we were to just turn it over and allow. You know, it's that AAA that Marietta taught us: accept, align, allow. Annie, welcome, honey. And Deirdre, welcome to you. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. And I think it really does go along with the angel message that was given last night and the share that Auntie Jean did and Kathleen did about, you know, things that could have been so disastrous that if we allow the emotions to take over and say, oh, that was so bad, how do I even recover emotionally from it, then it's going to be right there sticking in our craw and sticking with us. And Sally says, perfect validation for the hardest decision I have ever had to make. Thank you. I feel like I was freed from guilt. Yeah, exactly. When we let go from the emotional side and allow what's going on fully, what's happening in our experience, then we're going to see it a different way. We're going to experience it a different way. And I love this confirmation for us. And thank you, Sally. I love that you resonated with that. Annie, you're seeing the number 44. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad that you're having a great experience, and we're so proud of you, Annie. I'm so glad that you passed that test with ease and grace, just like we all knew you would. And hopefully that'll give you confidence now. And Kathy says, last night I went to bed upset. I let that negative emotion lead me. I woke up and said to myself that I just cannot let this keep happening. I need to love and honor myself more. Yeah, and I'm hoping, Kathy, that the more you realize that and the more you hear the confirmations, you know, this book is going to be a big help to you through stepping up into your divine self. It's going to help guide you along with the Midnight book. There's going to be so much there that you're going to be able to pull on. And, you know, that book in particular, the Midnight Calls book, I've heard such wonderful, amazing stories already of people that opened it up and read exactly what was needed for them and gotten the just the perfect confirmations, the perfect way to hear something in a different light from the angels that they hadn't thought of before. And I'd love to hear more of your testimonies about it. And maybe we should schedule in about a month or so, schedule a time when anyone that wants to can come on and share what that book has meant to you and how it's helped you. All right. So is there another message on this page that we need to hear? Just asking the angels. Is there one more message that needs to be read for us to get the full impact of what the angels want to say? And I'm hearing a yes. There's 6 messages, so I can't read number 15. So it's 1 through 6, and we just read message number 2. So what is the next message? Number 4. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is perfect, Luz. Thank you. Just as your time clocks move in a forward direction, life is meant to be lived going in forward motion, not backward. Isn't that just perfect? Because we think about the things that have happened to us in our life. I mean, we're going to think about it. We're human. It's going to be there. How much of an impact it has still in our now moment is determined by how we stepped forward from those moments. We all have transformative moments. We all have times when there was tragedy or trauma or things that took place that could really take us out of the game. But the key is to move forward. And as we look back, as a memory is triggered or something happens to bring that to the forefront of your mind, we have a choice. We have a choice to go back into the all the angst, all of the horror of our situation, or to heal it and say, oh, it happened and I've learned from it and I'm moving forward from it. We can move forward from anything in life. We don't have to be frozen peas. We don't have to be frozen by fear or by the traumas of life. They're there, they happened, but it can be a different story that we tell now. It can be a story of empowerment, a story of success, a story of saying, I moved through it. I was in this accident, and I'm here to tell you that the angels helped me to survive it. And that's the testimony. Not that I didn't die. Testimony is the angels are always there intervening and helping us. That's our story. And then we can tell how we're doing now. And those are the miracle moments that we're going to talk about. Those are the stories going into the book that we are creating as a family. We're going to have testimonies of where we are now, not where we were back then. That car accident happened, oh my gosh, about 40, probably 44 years ago, I want to say. I don't know the exact year of it. I know it was after my transplant. And yeah, I think it probably was 44, Annie. I think you were using some intuition there. Yeah. So that's our testimony. It's where we are going forward, not where we are looking back. Although the memory is there in our memory tank, we don't have to tell it from that aspect. We tell it from the now aspect. Kathy, definitely going to read from that book today and write your Amazon review. Thank you to all who are writing your Amazon reviews. And let's just get this book lifted up so it can get out there to more people. and have them see that it's definitely a book worth looking at to help you through the days. Okay, Kathleen. That was funny though. I'm going, there's 6 messages. Oh, I can't read number 15. But I think I read the perfect one. I think it was chosen by Luz, right? And Luz, thank you so much for being here today. And Luz says, yes, those are known as lessons. They absolutely are. We're here for those lessons. We're here for the sandpaper to smooth out our rough edges and to help us see things in a different way. And Kathy says, yes, moving forward. In Cuppa Messenger, I told Auntie Jean that I just keep pushing forward. Yeah, keep pushing and keep moving with ease and grace and allow yourself to be guided. That's huge. When you can say, angels, help me. And like they were saying in the message from last night, we may not call it out verbally. We may not know to say the words, help me, but our unconscious thought is always there, knowing that we have this ability. We have the angels to help us through whatever it is. Ah, what a beautiful time together. Thank you. And it's time now for prayers. So what's going on in your life that we need to lift you up for? And so if there's something with you, with a loved one, with the world, I don't even know what's going on in the world. I haven't checked in with anything. Sometimes it comes up on my phone when I open it or on my computer, and I just fly on by and say, not today. Not today. I choose not to go into low vibration energy of who's killing who and who's doing what. And I focus more on what I need to know from spirit. But there are those times when I need to know also what's happening in the world. And one thing I'm aware of is that there's a lot of human trafficking happening. And I've been being shown that more and more and introduced to people who either were trafficked themselves or had an experience along that line. So I'm going to be focusing some of the podcasts on what to do and our role, how we can put the information out there more. And thank you, Deirdre. Prayers for all humans, Gaia, and world peace, and that attention to human trafficking. And Luz, I could say that this group and classes that I've attended has helped me a lot. So grateful to have found this group. And we're grateful to have you, Luz. Thank you for being here. And Brookie could use some extra prayers for healing from her surgery, the C-section, to bring little Max into the world. So let's lift her up for that and lift up our Max so that he continues to move forward and thrive and be that beautiful self that he is in all ways. I'd really love for you to lift up my friend Shelley Blair back in Florida, going through a really hard time right now. I understand they were able to take her off the ventilator finally, but she's got an infection and she needs help recovering from that. So let's all lift her up, and those loved ones that are unable to see her right now because the infection is so contagious. So please lift her up for that. And Sally, prayers for her mom, Sally Harper, for a smooth transition home. Yeah, let's celebrate her going home and what that looks like. And Sally, I'm so sorry that this is happening, that you're losing her in the physical, but you know you're gaining an angel and you're going to be able to talk to her every day, every moment of every day, if you choose. And Kathy says, the little blip on my journal page says, make each day count. You will never have this day again. So yes, I will, of course, catch up on some light cleaning and laundry, but then focus on finding a counselor, reading some, and making a a bead crystal bracelet or two. Awesome. And Luz, prayers for my grandkids to settle down soon in their own place and their journey, to all that are praying for help at this moment. Thank you, Luz. All right, so let's go into our hearts. Let's lift each other right now. I just love when we go into our hearts and check into that love place inside of there. It's like this little cave inside of us that's filled with just love, nothing else, only love. And so before we even begin, as you start taking that first breath in, just say that mantra that I so love. Only love and light is welcome in here. Only love and light is welcome inside my heart, inside my love cave, inside of me. Only love and light is welcome in my experience in this now moment and going forward with every moment. So breathe that in. Breathe into your heart center. Find that opening where you can enter into peace, to joy, to love. And as you go into that place in your heart, what does it look like? Just take a moment. Take a moment to look around. If you can safely close your eyes, you'll be able to see it more fully. What does it look like in this space? Mine looks kind of rugged. I'm seeing the beautiful red stones that are found prolifically out west in the United States. But I'm also seeing people. I see spirits there with me. I see all of you coming into this place inside my heart. I see everyone sitting comfortably, reverently, quietly listening to your own heart space, listening to your heartbeat as it comes into sync with divine Mother Earth's heartbeat. Just hold that thought for a moment, that connection. See if it comes in more fully. Listen to the rhythm of your heart. Listen to the connection with Mother Earth. And now listen to that connection of the heartbeat with the heartbeat of the universe. And who else do you feel inside of your heart space as we all gather together and sit together and love together? Is there anything written on the walls? Are there any animals in your heart space? Just fully embrace this experience together. Maybe there's loved ones that we're lifting up right now, and you've called them into your heart center. Take a moment to breathe in love. And breathe out love. Look around and spot someone who might need a hug, someone who might need to just be. Maybe there's tears, or maybe there's a smile. Just look around and see what's happening. And be very present in your heart right now. Because that's how we serve. We serve each other from the heart center. And we love each other immensely, no matter what. So now as you're sitting there, just envision that the space is opening in the middle of the circle of all of us that are gathered. And in that space, just see all the prayers that we lift up, everyone that's on our prayer list, everyone that's been added in, either today or in the last couple of days. Anyone that's in your heart, just call them into the circle. Call them in for a heart healing as we give from our heart to their heart and from all of our hearts to the divine, asking that each prayer request be seen and heard, acknowledged, and answered for the best and highest good of all. And then release. Release all of that. See it just gone in a poof. It's just gone to be answered by the universe. And now we're left with us. As we sit around in the circle, just look around. Look at the faces. If you don't know what the name looks like, just say the name and envision. And we do what we do every day. We share love and gratitude. So as you're looking, just envision all of us together doing the countdown of 3, 2, 1, and give that heart hug with a thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Ah, beautiful, beautiful family. You can stay in that heart space with all of us as long as you want to. You don't have to come out of it. But if you have to come out and go on with your day, then take that feeling with you, the feeling of being there, immersed in that energy. Oh, Kathy, how beautiful. Placed inside my heart is a warm, sparkly beach with waves reaching the shore. A heart made of seashells. All are welcome in my heart. My heart can expand to encompass all people and animals who need care and compassion. That's right. It's never ending. There is no limit to what can go into our heart center. So pull everyone in, love on them today, and send that love out to the peas and out to the world. Thank you. I love you. Keep that thought alive all day, along with only love and light is welcome in your heart space. If something else starts showing up in there, if something heavy starts to come in, just say those words. Only love and light is welcome in here. I choose to stay in my high vibration. I choose to move forward. I think that is our big lesson from sharing together today, to move forward into love, into joy, and into peace. Oh, Mama Hada Bear, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. I love you. This iPad wrote, and have fun all by itself. Evidently, we were all meant to hear that. We certainly were. I'd like to share before we play Leo, and I've got to scoot, but I would like to share an experience that a friend of mine had just recently. And I think this is happening more and more, and it goes right along with what happened, Kathleen. So this friend was talking to me yesterday, I believe, or day before yesterday. And she was having a conversation with someone on Zoom. And you all know how you have the little emojis that you can put up, like a heart or thumbs up or your hand, raise your hand. She was talking with someone, not touching her computer, not touching anything, just sitting there having the conversation. And the emojis started coming up for her. So if she said something and maybe it needed to be emphasized or confirmation of it, it would give a thumbs up. And I think that is so awesome that, Spirit can help us by giving us confirmations through anything, like a heart. Can you see the heart? Hopefully it's showing up on the screen. But yeah, that was such a beautiful experience that she had. And Kathleen, I'm glad you had the one that talked to you all by itself. All right, so let's go over and pull in our wonderful little guy, Leo, who I'm getting ready to see really soon. You know, that Sedona retreat is here. It's like almost tomorrow. I'll be taking a trip to Florida before that, but the retreat is already ready to be seen and heard and experienced.
Good morning, Earthlings! It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on! Come on, let's play, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. When all the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony.
Oh, I love that.
I'ma be on the lead, wherever we thunder. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy, give me a cup full of
Love you too, and gumbo sounds awesome on the Tuesday.
Full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top here. The coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on the show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always more space in the pot. For more love, take a spot to get the day started. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy, give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy, give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy, give me a cup full of love. Give me a cup full of joy, give me a cup full of love. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow.
AAA, y'all.
AAA, yeah. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yeah. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all so much. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And I will see you later. Bye, everyone. Namaste.